Big Herc 916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. We do it over here. Go to bigherc916.com, pick up some merch, grab a bar of soap, wash your ass. Also subscribe and share the channel. I'm looking also to collaborate with other YouTubers, other influencers. Hit me up. And if you're in the Arizona area, holler at me, man. info.bigherc916@gmail.com. One thing I want to know is, why are we not allowing children to enjoy the innocence of being children? Why can't kids just be kids and do the children kid thing, play with the trucks and the toys and skateboards and the bicycles and the little league baseball, soccer, basketball, football? Why can't they just be kids? Why are we not putting more emphasis on science, mathematics, maybe the trades, career choices? Why not put those things in their mind rather than sexuality? It doesn't make sense, but it does, because some people have an agenda that entails they want your kids. Check this out.
We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children. It's so far past being about gay rights and gay equality, now targeting children of tender years. That is not about same-sex anymore. That is about pedophilia. They have a new phrase, minor attracted person, they're trying to normalize. Why would you say this? New York City drag marchers chant, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." Why would you say that? A taunt? A provocation? Or is it actually real? Well, if you've been paying attention at all to what's going on in schools, it is absolutely real. How did gay rights, the right to join the army, the right not to be fired from a job, the right to marry another consenting adult, how does that suddenly turn into targeting kids? Where's the connection? Targeting kids with any sexual orientation, because that's the thing about children. They are pre-sexual. What are you doing breaking that taboo?
Now, I have nothing against adults doing adult things. Why are you so fascinated with somebody's child? What type of demented mentality do you have? You can't go and find another adult that's into the things that you're into. You have to try to get a child, groom a child, so that they'll somehow fall into your trap. That's how I look at it, because otherwise you would just wait till a person becomes of an adult age where they can make rational choices. When you're a kid, you don't know what you want to do. You don't know who you are. I remember I had underoos. I thought it was Aquaman. I remember when I had the Spider-Man underoos, I thought it was Spider-Man. I remember I had the Batman costume. I thought it was Batman. Yeah, I couldn't fly or nothing, but I had the little toy, and I would think, like, what if I could climb a building, or what if I could, get in the bathtub and hold my breath underwater? These were kid things. Your mind is not mature enough to even comprehend. I knew girls that, were tomboys. That's what they called them back in the day. They didn't want to change their sex. They were just tomboys. Played with us on Little League Baseball, played football, and they still ended up being women. This is out of control, man. And parents who sit back and think it's cute and say, "Oh man, my kid doesn't know." You're a parent, man. You're supposed to guide the kid. Kids look towards parents for guidance and protection. And a lot of you parents are just letting your kids down. And you weak ass parents who think it's cute and you think it's innocent, it's not innocent, man. You're implanting ideas that aren't ready yet. Just like watching a scary movie. I remember when I was a kid and I seen the movie Aliens. And I was probably too little to be watching that, but I watched Aliens, and there was a scene in there where the alien popped out of the guy's chest and they were eating at this table. Everybody was like looking around, and the alien ran across the table. Man, I was traumatized. That alien scene, I remember that I used to have nightmares about that. Traumatized. I was probably 5, 6 years old. I shouldn't have been watching that movie. It was on HBO, and I wanted to stay up and hang out with the big kids and watch the movie. And sure enough, I watched the movie, and it took me a long time to get over it. I can still remember watching that movie, and I'm 50 now. So what does that tell you? A child seeing a man shake his dirty dun-da-duns in front of somebody, cross his legs, walk around, do this burlesque dance. You think that's not going to traumatize a child? I don't ever recall them wanting to have porn stars or strippers come up to the school to try to get the kids. It's the men coming over to the little girls and little boys. Why is that? They didn't ever say, hey, on career day, we're going to have strippers and porn stars. And then, this is a great career for you. Maybe you want to be very sexual, and then show these people what that entails. That was never something. Nobody wanted their daughter or son to be, into a porn industry, or their daughter to be a pole dancer. People fall into those careers by default, man. And then you talk to them years later, and they'll tell you like, man, I did some things, and maybe I wasn't embarrassed by it, but I wouldn't tell my child to do it. I've never heard anybody I know in the porn industry say, oh man, I want my kid to be a porn star like me. Some of them people, man, I've seen them years later, and it's just they've had some mental ups and downs, drug problems, and some other issues, man. And I don't know if it was because of just the detached sex in the industry, the overexposure, or the fact that when you're in that industry, there's a lot of detachment, so you don't learn about actual valued relationships, and it's hard for you to love somebody after that because of the emotionless sex that you're having with so many random people. There's a lot of things, man. This agenda right now that's being mainstream. Some of these books they're introducing these little 4 and 5 years old to. This is child pornography, man. And sex trafficking right now is at an all-time high. That's not being discussed. Young girls, young boys are being exploited, and I'm speaking out about it, man. And I worked in adult entertainment, but I did not endorse any of this bullshit, and I wasn't with the bullshit when I was in there. So you guys out there, if you want to sit back and be quiet, you want to not offend somebody, you want to think that this is cool, I'm telling you right now, it's not cool. I've been around a lot of gay people growing up. My aunt was gay. She had girlfriends. She used to go to Pride in San Francisco. She never came back and made a big deal about it. And I didn't really know until I kind of started putting one and one together. I didn't even know she was gay. I didn't know she was a lesbian, but it wasn't no big thing. I knew her friends. They were all cool. I used to skateboard in San Francisco. There were gay people, there were trans people. Nobody made a big deal about it. Nobody was trying to endorse anything on children. Children are allowed to grow up, and then you can go into whatever you want to go into. You get 18, you can go, do what you want. Turn 21, you can buy alcohol. You can make your choices. But a 4.5-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 13, 14, you cannot make the choices. Even at 15, 16, I still didn't even know how to put on a condom. I didn't know what I was doing. And you know what I mean? It was, you're young. You're not versed in that stuff. You're not supposed to be really doing that anyways, because you're not ready. You're not ready to have a family at 14, 15, 16. You don't need to be talking about that stuff. You should be focusing on your academics, your education. Stop pushing this bullshit, man. And holler at me, man, if you are somebody who respects protecting little people, little children who need guidance in the right way, just like how I'm guiding out of don't do a life of crime. Why would I guide them into a life of crime? Why would I sit up here and endorse gang banging and having pistols and robbing people? Why would I tell a little kid that he's able to make that choice when he'll go to prison, but you're telling them to make the choice to where they're going to do something and later on maybe be like, why'd I do that? Because they weren't ready. They're not mature enough to know the right and wrong of that. That's all I'm saying. Can we have a sensible discussion? You're talking about, oh, you don't know. You do know. You do know what you're doing, because this is not something of nature. This is something you are creating in order to produce something that you want to groom. And it's not right, man. Do it with adults. Leave the kids out. That's all I'm saying. Big Kirk 916.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.
Hello, my name is Big Kirk 916, and I'm with the Wash Your Ass Committee, and I'm traveling across America helping people wash their ass and get their booty holes clean. And I have with me here today Wash Your Ass Soap, and this one in particular is Butt Naked Scrub, but I also have Festival, Oatmeal Milk and Honey, Jamaican Me Crazy, Monkey Farts, and all these scents smell very good. They will help cleanse your body of funk and also make you feel better about yourself. So if you can go to bigkirk916.com, you can pick you up a bar, and my goal is to help America combat funk. Go to the Herc store at bigkirk916.com and pick you up a bar of soap so you can wash that ass, or pick you up some Never Settle for Average merch, or some of the Muscleup Car Lifestyle merch. We have hats, Never Settle for Average, got the Muscleup t-shirts. We also have the Never Settle for Average tank tops. Got the Muscleup Car Lifestyle hoodies. Got the beanie caps. Hey man, represent. And I know you guys aren't average, so pick you up some swag and step your game up.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.